Ethiopia, 75-year-old civilian brutally murdered in church by Abiy Ahmed regime's forces. In a shocking and disturbing incident, 75-year-old Mr. Fano Derbiu, a civilian, was brutally murdered while attending a mass at Kobo Michael Church in Ryakobo Warida, North Wallo Zone in Ethiopia. According to eyewitnesses and sources, Mr. Fano Derbiu was killed by the Abiy Ahmed regime's forces. Ethiopia regime had held Mr. Fano hostage for months, allegedly due to his son Fano Abebe Fano's affiliation with the Amhara Fano National Forces Eastern Command Unit, where he serves as head of communications. During his captivity, Mr. Fano was reportedly subjected to physical abuse and torture. After his release, Mr. Fano Derbiu's life was cut short in a brutal act of violence. The regime's forces are accused of carrying out the murder, which has sparked widespread outrage and anger among the local community. Sources close to the matter indicate that the people of Kobo town are still reeling from the shock of the murder. This heinous act is part of a larger pattern of violence against civilians. Ethiopia regime's actions have raised concerns about the safety and security of innocent lives. In response to the murder, the regime has deployed a large number of troops to the city, reportedly out of fear that the assassination could spark a rebellion. The murder of Mr. Fano Derbiu has sparked widespread condemnation, and calls for justice and accountability are growing. Ethiopia's Amhara Fano National Movement seizes 20 districts. The newly unified Amhara Fano National Movement, AFNM, has seized 20 districts and cities in a 4-day offensive, sources told DNE Africa, marking a significant escalation in the conflict against Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's administration. Centralized resistance. The recent formation of the AFNM under Chairman Zemin Kassi has shifted Fano from fragmented guerrilla units into a cohesive military and political force. Strategic erosion. By capturing over 20 districts, including the strategic hub of Ethio-Eritrea, Fano is effectively dismantling federal control over the Amhara region's infrastructure and prison systems. Why now? This surge in territorial control coincides with intensified drone warfare and the unification of resistance groups, creating a zero-click summary for those tracking Ethiopian stability and regional security. The big picture. The Amhara region has endured 30 months of persistent armed resistance. What began as a local militia uprising against the 2023 dissolution of regional special forces has evolved into a national movement. The AFNM's recent successes reflect a broader geopolitical shift as various Amhara factions align under a centralized command to challenge the federal government's legitimacy and military dominance in northern Ethiopia. The following data reflects the human and material impact of the recent 4-day offensive. Captured districts/cities 20, including Ebenat, Alambr, Sameda. Prisoners released 1.5K plus from Gafet Federal Prison. Regime drone attacks 16 plus, targeting Ethio-Eritrea. Seized AK rifles 2.3K, AK-103 and AK-47 variants. Machine guns seized 82 PK units, 13 Dashka heavy weapons. Sniper rifles seized 23 LCT LKSVD AEG units. The regime's decision to target its own police stations and civil service buildings in Ethio-Eritrea with drone strikes reveals a desperate scorched earth tactic. By destroying these facilities, federal forces are attempting to deny Fano access to existing military equipment and administrative centers. However, the warm welcome Fano has received from local communities suggests the movement is successfully transitioning from combatants to civil administrators in the areas they control. What to watch? Zemin Kassi's leadership. As chairman, Kassi's ability to maintain discipline across the 13-member Central Command will determine if Fano can hold urban centers like Ethio-Eritrea. Federal response. Watch for further socioeconomic strangulation through road blockades and communication blackouts as the UNDF tries to isolate the AFNM. Political consolidation. The movement's next step involves formalizing the political wing, led by Ethio-Eritrea, to engage with the international community.